about what is problem, right? What is problem first, and then second part you have to think about how to solve for this research plan, depending on the first steps. And third step, you have to collect the information. So you already done by using the surveys, or you have to do that interview. And then you collect all the data from the survey, numerical data, or you got some interview data, and then you move on to analysis information. So for example, depending on male and female, they have a different decision style, for example. So you have to analysis from these informations. And then last part is present the finds. So compare for men and women's purchasing pattern. Maybe women have more spending their money, for example. So this is for the present finding and make a decision. So our main target is women, because women have spent more money, for example. So this is for the marketing research process. And then we move on to the next part. So we done these questionnaires and done everything. And move on to, so what is good marketing research? You actually make for each team, they make some the researches, right? And then I picked 3, 4 good research team. So why I picked that team? Because they have to include for these 7 factors. First of all, the good researches should be the scientific method, which is you run about for numbering, right? You're using the numerical methodology by using the survey. And second one is research creativity, which is you make some questionnaire, should be more creativity. For example, you make more asking more close question to their customer purchasing pattern. And then third is multiple method, which is some student they make some team they make some multiple choices first, then they asking for the open-ended question. So this is kind of the multiple method. Or plus you can also add it for the interview together. So this is we call the multiple method. And then there should be interview or your survey should be very valuable, and then very valuable information from your researches. So marketing researches show the concern for estimating the value of information against its cost are typically easy to determine, but the value of research is hard to quantify. So it's okay. You only using 10 questions for your survey, but this survey you can find out. You just catching for this valuable things, information from your researches. It depends on the reliable and validity of the finding and the management willing to accept, act, and those findings. And that also you have to find out the ethical issues, and also you think about the health option. So this is like 7 factors. So following for these factor, I picked 3 teams, very good teams, and then we also share for these good researches. Okay, and we already studied for SWOT analysis by using for external factor and internal factor from this. What is the great opportunity from some external environment. But we also think about for these researches, what is different factor, external and internal. They have 2 different factors to asking for your survey. So first factor will be external factor. So you can asking for the brand awareness, or you can asking for the market shares, and you also asking for satisfaction, dissatisfaction, for example. So you can asking some number of complaints, right? And also you can asking total of the customer. This is for actually external information from your survey, right? And the other one is like internal factor from your survey. So for example, you can know about for active innovation support, or you can also know about desire to run and willing to changes. So this is more inner side of the survey. So this is a marketing metrics between for external and internal factors. Yeah, I think they're almost there. Okay, so for your survey, you done survey, right? You got a good research, and then you got a good information from your researches, your survey. Then how can I use it for your surveys and how to matching for performance? So we think about it. Maybe if you are the CEO and you were maybe the checking for the market share, or you can checking for the profit, you can share for how much number of customers is coming for this year, for example, or this month. So you can checking for this performance. So you can checking for your survey data plus your this performance data. So first of all, you're checking for the percentage of new customer to average number of customer, right? So how much new customer coming to this month or this year, for example. And second part, percentage of lost customer to average number of customers. So how much you lost the customer. This will be the total with calculating those two factors together, right? And then you also think about for win back customer to average the number of customers. So win back, which is returning back, right? Your shops, right? Your businesses, right? And then you also think about for customer the failing to dissatisfied or dissatisfaction neutral. So this is also you can asking for your survey, right? The satisfaction level. And also you have to asking for repurchase, right? So how much money you wanna repurchase? You spend your money for your this brand repurchasing, for example. So you have to calculating for percentage of the repurchasing rate, and also you can asking for recommend. So you in your survey, so at the end you can also asking you want a recommendation about this product or that services. This will be very helpful to know about expected market shares. And then you're also asking for maybe preference categories, and you also asking the brand intentions, positionings, and you also asking product quality and service quality. So this is actually you want to know about the performance. Then you're asking this question, or you have some numerical number from the inner code. Then you have to matching for your survey plus this performance source together, right? It's not that difficult at all. And then this is for the example for marketing the dashboard. So if you look at, they have 5 different factors. So you finish for the researches, your surveys, and then you got data from your company, so you know that how much customer on this month and how much lost to the customer, and then you know all the data. Then after that you mix together by using this marketing dashboard. First of all, for your survey, you asking for maybe good values, innovation, reliable, trustworthy. Then you have to compare other competitor brands. For example, brand A is Coca-Cola, brand B is maybe Pepsi, brand C is something the other brand is, and you have to compare these. And also, you can make some graph like that. This is for brand A and B and how to move on their sales by using these graphs. And this is for the also compare for other company competitor brand by using brand funnel the progressions. So in these cases, maybe you can checking for purchase intentions, compare for 3 different competitor brands. And I think that this is very useful because of this slide, it can be more easy to catch up for your survey. So yeah, unfortunately we don't have this program, this classes, this computer, but as an example, you have to maybe later you can adopt it for this program on your own. Okay. Okay, this is for chapter. This is the end of chapter 4. And we have one more case study, which is Mariam, you have to prepare, right? Oh, together, okay? So we have a presentation.